hello to you. I have been offline for a little bit. I don't really apologise for not making content because I feel like that's a slippery slope, and I should really move my microphone closer because I have just done a new desk setup where, well, it's not really a new desk setup, it's exactly the same desk as before, but now I've added on a desk extension, so my audio interface is right next to me, which means I can make myself unbelievably loud and back to normal volume within like 2 seconds, and hopefully I didn't mess up my old settings by doing that, but you know, there it is. Also, I'm going to be making another improvement in the next few days because I have my tube lights next to me that I love very much, and I feel like I've gone on about them quite a lot, but there's a problem in that changing them is really clunky and awkward, and this one is supposed to be set to pink, which is the same as that one, but this is decidedly a red shade that's shining on me right now because the LEDs are not the most sophisticated thing in the world. So I'm going to have a Govee floor lamp because I have recently managed to actually get Govee table lamp and I love it so much. The modes aren't going to be as sophisticated for the floor lamp because it's just like a little stick, and when I originally saw the product I didn't really like the look of it. Oh, I'm being an idiot. I haven't turned on my little, what are they called, HSI lights, so you can't see me. Ugh. I was doing so much ambient lighting, I completely forgot that you need to be able to actually have a key light. There we go, now I'm more visible. But you have like the red tone that I don't like, and it's kind of a cheap thing. So I'm gonna have Govee in my studio, in my little corner, and I feel like that's very exciting. And I got it for like a third of the price off, so that makes me quite happy. So I sort of just jumped on it before the offer went. I spent quite a bit of money on home improvement this month because, as well as my desk extender and my new Govee table lamp, I also ordered this thing called a tatami chair, which is to go under my kotatsu that my boyfriend made for me. It's like a traditional Japanese table and it's kind of low, so having a chair with legs on it means that you'd be too high and you would get trapped under it, so it's like a legless chair. But the one I ordered is really cute. It's like a bunny ears shape on the back, and it's blue and it's leather, and I have a matching starry stool for hopefully the same shade, and if not the exact same shade then they're both shades of blue, so it kind of works together, and I'm so excited for it. But that's not what we're doing today. What we're doing today is I'm going to have a sip of my coffee before it overflows because I put too much cream on it, and I'm going to try and list my Adobe stock profile, which I go on about quite a lot, but it's quite a consistent stream of revenue for me, so it's quite important. I'm going to try and embed that as an affiliate product in my WordPress Elementor Pro website, where I use Woocommerce for my online store. I use the free Woocommerce plugin, so any additional options I don't have access to, but I still think they're quite a good product, to be honest. Yeah, can you tell I've been kind of zonked recently? I had 2 weeks back to back of like competing in really far away places. So I was in Cheltenham 2 weeks ago, and the place I stayed was disgusting. I got a partial refund from booking.com because they agreed that it was disgusting. Both the mattress and the floor itself was sunken in, and it stank of smoke, even though they had no smoking signs everywhere, and they told me they'd recently had an incident. It must have been in my room. And then also the window was sealed, so you couldn't get any ventilation. They had a broken fan, and the fire alarm was like, it was like a pasted over ceiling. It didn't have like any sealant in the ceiling. It just looked like it was paste stuff, and this fire alarm was screwed in, and the screws were like jutting out at a diagonal angle through the ceiling, and it was just all wrong. And then the next week it was competition in Cardiff, but I stayed in Swindon with some friends of mine who are instructors, and they were helping organise the event, so I got there super early to help set up. So I got like no sleep those weekends. It was good, I did good. I got a gold at the one in Cheltenham, and I got a bronze and a gold at the one in Cardiff, and I was in a tiebreaker for silver for the patterns, but I completely blanked out during the tiebreaker, so, which I was so gutted about because the second time was actually so much better than the first attempt, and everyone said it was so much better. My squad mate thought I was crying into his shoulders when I walked off. I was just like having a meltdown. But I didn't actually cry, so that's fine. I love competing in general. I will always do every event I can, but I don't have that much of an emotional tie to if I succeed in patterns. It's mainly the sparring that I care about. And then I kind of failed at destruction. I only managed to do my back kick, and they only awarded gold, so it was all good. It was a lot of fun. Again, it's not my martial arts channel. Stop talking about martial arts stuff. Talking about digital stuff. So I've done an affiliate product on my Woocommerce store before, and it is my what's it called? Amazon KDP. I have photo books that I sell for Amazon KDP, so they're printed and made to order, and then they're directly drop shipped to the buyer. So that's the only affiliate product I currently have on my website. I have 2 photo books. I have my Dumfries and Galloway like tour around there, which is landscape, and then some abstract light painting stuff, which I really like. And then I also have a fishy photo book, which I've never sold, but that's because it's more of a competitive search term, I imagine. There's a lot of fish photo books about there, and getting mine to the top of those search results is going to be considerably harder than like any other book that I could come up with. So I'm thinking, judging from my experience of setting up those affiliate products, it should be just as simple as being able to get the URL for my Adobe Stock profile that's publicly visible, not my contributor portal, which I almost made that mistake one time, and then putting that as the link for the embedded product, and then it should just act like any other product. But we're gonna find out. So let me go to my store. We're in the back end. So Woocommerce, that's sort of where I talk about orders and stuff and do all the back-endy running a business stuff, but products is where we put the listings. So we're going to add a new product. And I normally have a lot of tabs open, but I have an ungodly number of tabs open right now. So let's see how slow stuff goes. Don't want that notification. Why are you closing me? Don't refresh the page. Okay, fine, thank you. Don't want that notification. Okay. Okay, thank you. Hope you guys like the music, by the way. I'm enjoying the music. And it sent me back to my dashboard, so I'm going to go back to the products again. Add new. And I got some snacks, by the way. I hope that crunch was ASMR enough for you all. Got a salt and vinegar 12. And then I also got some, I called them potato sticks because it's like salted potato sticks, but I always just call them potato sticks. And they're buried under the salt and vinegar 12, so it's fine. So, like when you do, I don't care about that. Like when you do any new product, you have to put in a product title, which is its name, which will be the H1 header when you create the product listing, and the H1 header is the priority title for the page, so it's what Google will consider the main title. It's considered more of a post than a page, and there are differences between those, but basically a page is a permanent fixture that's more static, and a post is like based on an individual subject matter, is less generalized and could be temporary in nature. So I may just take this product off. It's unlikely to, but I might. Product description is pretty self-explanatory. It's the most important thing that an actual customer will see. It has all the detail about the product, but also it's used for search engines to sort of categorize what it's talking about and also aid in presenting your result when someone is searching who may benefit from your result. Then down below here, we have the all-in-one SEO settings, which is a plugin I use. I don't necessarily need the plugin to help me, but it's a nice way of putting in all the principal information without having to like go in the deep codey world of it all. It's just nice insertable thing, and it will help people get their focus key phrase. Then you go on all the product information here, the product data. So let me just make sure that this will actually work before I put in all the complicated stuff. So we have an external / affiliate product. The URL is going to be, oh, let me make sure I'm on the correct tab because I want you to see this. So if we go into my profile, by the way, I sold a picture today, which was, has it processed yet? It was brilliant. It's something that I took and I thought as a joke, God, imagine if I actually sell a photo of this, and I did. I don't think it's processed yet. but if I go onto my profile, it might show you. Here it is. I sold this today for the first time. So the title of it was Portpatrick, Dumfries and Galloway, Scotland Harbour, Breakwater Rocks engraved with the word shag. And it's just a rock that says shag. And I know it has a proper meaning. I don't know if it's historical, I don't know if it's geographical, I don't know if it's to do with the nautical stuff. But it's a rock that says shag in quite a pretty font. And the fact that someone bought it just makes me happy. Because why do they have that? I feel like it would be a great meme. But I'm not... I don't know. Just like, the answer's the secret hidden message or whatever. What is the one truth? And it's just like shag. I don't know. Something like that. But that's my link for the individual picture. But if we go, make sure we got the clean URL, just my profile. And then copy paste that as the link. And it seems that that works. Button text. So I've done buy on Amazon for one of them, so I'm gonna do buy on Adobe stock. Now the confusing part about all the data I'm gonna have to put in will be that this is not an individual product with set parameters. This is like the option for people to buy individual images through a platform that they may already have credit on. Because the idea of having my online store is it's actually cheaper for people to buy my bundles from me per photo, per video, per whatever. It's actually cheaper for them to get it directly through my store. But some people may think, why would I buy stock media from someone when I already have credits on this stock media thing, Adobe Stock? There's other ones, there's like Pixabay and Shutterstock and all that, but I only use Adobe Stock because I think it gives the best payouts for creators, even though they're trying to lessen the payout of that with stuff like AI generated imagery and all those things. But I think there will always be a market for it, especially people who specifically want organic human made stuff. You know how people say, oh, this was made locally, this was made by a human. I feel like there will always be those people. So I've lost my train of thought, but yes. It's for different things, basically. So I would target my keywords normally around, like, water sports helmets, for example. Like, what did I do for this one? Hobbies, helmet, crash, protective. And then I've got a Shibari picture I did last time I was, like, talking about this. I've got, like, BDSM, bondage, man, whatever. And then here's another random one that I sold recently. And it's like a landscape image, mud, muddy, tire, soil, Scotland. Oh, there's so much variety, and they all have different relevant keywords. So doing this is actually going to be kind of confusing. Has my tube just died? Great. Oh well. I have my white key light, it's fine. This is why I'm getting the Govee lamp as well, because you can actually plug that in. And if that one dies back there, I don't have a fix for that, because I don't have any electric cables that go there, and I can't put anything on the wall there, and I like having it on the diagonal slant, so not really got any options there. Govee does have these new things called sconces, which I don't know exactly how they are called. Sconces, like, I don't know what the purpose behind that name is, but they're called sconces, and I feel like that could be good, but I like having the actual visible accent feature light there, so I feel like I would need something like that. If I could get those little sticky on LED panels, then that would be great, but I'm not allowed to attach anything to the walls here, so problems. Unless I mounted them to a bunch of plexiglass, that might be a genius renter's hack, but I don't know. Oh, I got something on my face on my camera. Oh no, not on my camera, on my screen. But right, let's start creating the listing. So we've got the URL. Let's start at the top. So new product name. Now, what people are going to be searching? I feel like they're likely to search something like assorted stock video and photographs on a... Oh, you sneezed my headphones off. And then they fell off my arm. I do normally get accused of sounding like I'm from a hentai or something. When I hiccup as well, people bully me about hiccuping. Although it's quite funny when you're in a professional environment and you just see a bunch of like older men around you be like very quiet because they don't know what they should say, if anything. And it's hilarious. Let me see. Okay, so assorted stock video and photographs on Adobe Stock. I feel like that's reaching a little, but I feel like it's relevant. So I have a sort of template format I have for a bunch of my products. So if I just open this in a new tab and get one of my other product listings to copy paste the majority of it, I'll have this neck. So this is sort of my disclaimer for all digital products, basically. So it covers a bunch of my keywords, and then it also warns people, because a lot of people like to ignore the obvious and be like, oh, I expect you to send me a printed copy or something. As I know, it's a digital product. That's all you get. Oh my god, why am I cold? I'm wearing my fluffiest hoodie right now. I put this on because I woke up today and got dressed, and it was cold in my bedroom. And apparently it's the last day of summer, although I don't necessarily keep track of that stuff. I think it's the last day of summer. So apparently we're going into autumn now. Ow! I just slashed myself. I'm fine, I'm not bleeding. But it was right over the vein. But I woke up and I was cold, and I got dressed, and then I was still cold. So I changed to like long full length leggings and my fluffiest hoodie ever. And still a bit cold, so... My kotatsu would solve this problem, but I haven't got a cover for my futon to trap the heat yet. I've just got my rug and the futon, and I can't just use a futon without a cover because that's disgusting, especially when it's going to be like a heavy occupancy surface and it's the table that I eat at, so I'm not taking that risk personally. But yeah, I'm still kind of cold. It was absolutely raining all day. The sky was open, so it wasn't stormy, but I have like these big long windows that they're basically full length windows that I love just sitting and staring out at extreme weather for, so I can't wait till it's proper stormy and there's like lightning flashes. I have had a couple lightning flashes around here, but also snow, seeing it snow out here. In the city centre, I don't imagine snow's gonna last that much, but I'm on a back street. My view is like on back streets and it's not super trafficked. So maybe some snow will survive in my view. And I'm also going to go up on the roof when it's snowing. I'm so excited for that. But yeah, digital products. So use these stock images or video. Use these stock images and videos on your social media, book cover, blog, whatever you want. They can be used for commercial, business purposes. You can edit them, add overlays or text to create content that makes your work stand out. No need to credit us for these royalty-free images, for these royalty-free files. The only thing you can't do is print them on merchandise/apparel for sale, because, you know, I can't really benefit from that, and someone could put their whole business on it. Although, do I need to do that? Because like Adobe Stock have their own disclaimers, because they do have higher licenses that do allow you to do it for merchandise. So I should actually remove that line for it. Okay. No need to credit us for these royalty-free files. It would be great if you could leave a review. do actually have a review system on my store, so you know, do that if you've ever bought something from me. Please be aware this is digital downloadable products, no physical item will be shipped. So now I need to do my actual unique to the situation description. So, let me just, I feel like my microphone's not in a great place right now. Wait a minute. Tilt it that way. There you go, now I can type. That feels more natural. I knew I was doing something wrong. I rearranged my desk and now I don't know how to talk. Look at me. So, while I'm at it, I'm gonna post my URL here. Oh no, I copy pasted something else now. Okay, let me get my URL. So I'm gonna post a link to my Adobe stock profile in the chat. So if you want to be able to reach these files while I'm creating this listing and before it's actually available on my store, then you can find it through there. But my store is visible on the screen. It is dibdabdigital.com/store for the actual shop bit if you want to skip the homepage, which I recently rearranged, so don't skip the homepage, please. Check out my hard work. I even managed to do like a gradient slider to match the gradient of how the opacity goes when you embed a YouTube video, so go on my website. Yeah, okay, so gonna write the description. Let's see. Why won't you let me get to the top line anymore? Maybe it's just a spacing issue. Okay, whatever. Want to make use of your existing Adobe stock credit or subscription package. Browse the DibDab Digital library to find stock media on a platform that suits you. This is also the choice view, option view. This is also the route for you. This is also the route for you if you only want to purchase a single image instead of our bundles. Also, they're good if you want to be able to see every single image you're purchasing, by the way, because I only do previews in the bundles because, you know, you put something on the internet, someone will find a way to steal it, so I want to protect that IP as much as I possibly can. So I feel like that's a good description for us to go for now. We can always go back and edit it later. So product short description. We're going to copy the customized bit, and this will become our meta description. No, you know what? I'm not done with this yet. Although I'm going to keep that in the short description. Find photos and videos with themes such as adventure, sports. I'll highlight a few of my biggest areas. So I've got adventure sports, LGBTQ plus, models, let's see, water sports, adventure sports, technology. I don't know if I have a lot of those. Landscapes, business, technology, and abstract color. That's not how you spell abstract. Abstract color. Okay, I prefer that description. The short description is still within the recommended length for a meta description, so I don't want to go over too many characters. Or am I wrong? No, it's just a little over. Okay, one of these. Let's get rid of the question, because that's like a call to action. 7 characters. I won't be able to go over it. Browse the digital library to find stock meter on a platform that suits you. This is also the route for you if you...
At Tesco Mobile, we're a little bit and a little bit. We call it Supermarket Mobile. It means the price of your phone bill stays.
This is also the route for you if... This is also the route for you if you want to purchase a single image instead of our bundles. Browse the digital library to find stock media on a product. To find stock media on a platform that suits you. I'm mainly just trying to talk over the ads while I'm thinking, to be honest. Don't at me. Don't at me, YouTube. I don't get Spotify Premium. I'm sorry. Why is there so many ads? Oh my god. Did I do something to upset Spotify? Right. Browse the digital library to find stock media on a platform that suits you. This is also the route for you. Purchase a single image instead of our bundles. Okay, that's within the good character length. Product title separate as site title. No, you know what? I feel like that needs it, so that's alright. Focus key phrase is just going to be the title, so I'm not going to fill in all of these things because it doesn't behave like a normal post, like a blog post. I am going to have to add some images though in a moment, but we'll get there. I love glass straws, but recently I've just been breaking a bunch of them by accident. I even bought a second pack. I still broke one. It was like I think the main problem is my holder is in the shape of a really fancy ornate skull, and it's so good quality. It's like £21 to buy it, and it's heavy, so they can justify the price. But the eye sockets are sockets, and they have holes in them. I kind of want to like tape it up to block them, but I don't know if that would damage the paint inside. But I guess if it's just inside, it won't matter. I just need to be able to get it off, so I'll work it out. I will work it out. I feel like I might tape the eye sockets though, because that's the only solution I can think of. Do we even have tape in the house? I don't think I have tape in the house. Right, okay. So, regular price. Ooh, well this is impossible because it's not a single thing. The minimum purchase price, the minimum payout price I get for an Adobe stock image licensing is 33 US cents, even though I'm based in the UK. The website is like US based, and that's how their payments go. So I believe we get paid a third of whatever the customer pays. So I guess the lowest price would be £0.99. And then if people are searching by price on my website, then they'll get to see it as like one of the first results. Although I feel like there is something I have cheaper than that, but because it's a tiny bundle. Now, I know for most people it's good practice to do SKUs, but all my products are digital or dropship, so I don't feel like I need SKUs because I wouldn't benefit from them. Upsells, so I'm going to do just a bunch of my bundles. Like, I have a few images on my Adobe stock profile that I always upload the whole gallery, but not the whole gallery will get approved, so it's more of a censored version of my gallery, so that's sort of a trade-off you get for being able to see everything you're purchasing and being able to use their on-platform credit is you can't buy everything from my Adobe stock profile. There are some exclusives on my website you have to get from my online store in the bundle. So some that have a bunch of really good images missed out include my Halloween bundle. What else we got? I feel like my food bundle, where's that? Food bundle missed out a bunch of good stuff. Like this one beautiful picture of a cake, which I think I made the preview image of that bundle. It was so good. Not a cake, but like a cake tower, like a dessert tower. Oh, it was so good. Alright, bundle. Barely had any bouldering images approved yet. I feel like we want at least 5 there. Punk ones didn't get a whole lot approved, not gonna lie. I really like that one too. Bundle. Let's see. Those got approved. Those got approved. Let's see. Oh, this one I've actually sold a few photos for it on my Dover stock profile already, but I feel like there's big enough variety in the bundle that people aren't taking advantage of, so I'm gonna do that one. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 linked upsells, and that works for me. Interesting comment on the affiliate products is it has an upsell, but it doesn't have a cross-sell option, although I guess the cross-sell is normally for people who buy multiple things together, so when you don't actually make the purchase on my store, it doesn't really allow the option to cross-sell. So that's the point, because it's basically a link out is how it functions. Attributes, no, I don't have any attributes I need to do here. Advanced, menu order, don't have priorities, always enable reviews. Product add-ons, don't have any option for that. Let's see. Oh yeah, I added the product add-ons thing because I have like customizable products. Like a product that I'm really excited about is my customized content calendar. So you fill out the little form when you add it to your basket. Well, before it allows you to add it to your basket, it's on the product page. You fill out the little form, then you add it to your basket, and I get all the information when it comes through to my end after you've completed the purchase. And then I will create a customized content calendar fit for your purpose, probably for your business, to your target audience, with any information about what you want to promote and stuff. And it's so good. It's like the only way to really get customized marketing strategy from me without going to an obscenely high price point, having to go for a whole discovery system. It's sort of, you send it off, you get it back, you move on with your life. That's my customized content calendar, and that's what this section is about. This is not in the base Woocommerce plugin. This is an additional plugin that I got myself, so don't expect that. More options, these are like their own. Extensions are basically a plugin for your plugin, but they're officially mandated by the people who produce the plugin. So some of these I feel like I might implement in the future, but I don't need it right now, so that's what that is. Don't have any pop-ups, don't need that right now. So now we go to this sidebar here. So I don't want to exclude it from Google Analytics tracking because I want to know when people are going on this product and possibly not buying it. Add a site note. Nope, don't need that. Oop. I'm just gonna quickly check if I get any comments. Let's see. No. Does it tell me if I have anyone watching? I can never remember if it tells me if I have anyone watching. Let's go to webcam only for a little bit so you can see my face. Also, do you like my hoodie? Because it's like the most basic, frumpy looking. It's not a cute item. It's like, it's my emo hoodie kinda, but it was the best thing to sleep in when I had my wisdom teeth out and I had just barely come conscious enough for them to let me leave the hospital, but I was still under so much general anesthetic. And it's just the comfiest thing to sleep in the winter when it's cold. But it's not really my normal aesthetic, is it? But yeah, let me see. What is it? It's docs? Yeah, my stats. Does that tell me if anyone's watching? It's not important if anyone is, because the majority of my live stream viewers watch back anyway, so shout out to you guys. Please leave a comment. Leave a comment anyway if you are watching. But I don't think anyone's watching right now. Oh, wait, close. Okay. This is so silly. Right, okay, never mind. Never mind. Right, let's go to the sidebar. Let me show you my page again. So, don't want to publish quite yet, we're not ready. So first I'll add it to all my categories. So it's in my all products category, it's in my digital products category, and then it's in my media. Media bundles, because it's not a bundle, but I guess the whole library in itself is a bundle, kind of. So it doesn't really have another appropriate way of doing it. So that's what I'm going to have as categories. And then this is where we get really general. So stock media, photos, stock for... I do like when it lists previous ones. This is so much helpful. Stock photos, stock video, stock videos, Adobe stock. Let's do LGBTQ plus, drag, shibari, adventure, water sports. Well, that combination of words could imply either context, couldn't it? Never mind. This is not a child-friendly channel. Just gonna say that now. So it's not like I'm inherently doing anything super wrong, but it's not a child-friendly channel. I'm not censoring myself for your kids. An adult channel, although not in that way. Oh my god, I'm just gonna stop going down this hole. Landscapes. Marketing. Image licensing. Royalty free. Because product tags is sort of like, it's mainly SEO, search engine optimization, so it works for humans who are using my search, like my search box, which is like, you know, you have the little magnifying glass and you search stuff. That's what that is. The search form, but also it's for like the indexing bots who run search engines and try and collect data about what some things are about. So I feel like that's the best I can really do on that front because it's so generalized. Oh wait, marketing, business, assets. I'm gonna go with that. I don't want to dilute the pool too much. So now I need to go onto images. And it's a hard one. What should I do? I feel like I only need one product image because then people will be able to go on it. So I don't know. Maybe. Let me get my hard drive. I have it all collected here. And then I need my adapter cable because this hard drive is not built to go into a Thunderbolt port. Let's see. I'm properly vibing with this music right now. This is great. Get this out of the way so the cable's not visible. Not visible, so the cable's not going to get knocked. Plug it in. Okay. And now we're gonna browse for my hard drive, so I really hope there's nothing sketchy on there. No, there isn't. I know there isn't. Let's see. What images do I want? Just from gallery say they haven't published yet, but there's like one from a martial arts competition I shot that I was also competing at, and the lighting was horrific. Like, I think I had maybe one good image from that. Oh, I can't even show you. No, I can't even show you because I haven't set up to share that way. Okay, well, you're gonna see my cursor moving over stuff you can't see, and it's that I'm browsing on my Finder right now, so you'll see the images once I've uploaded them, so that's actually fine. That works better for me, really. But I got a few martial arts type photographs that I don't really chase those sort of things as clients. But honestly, the lighting was so bad, I got maybe 5 to 10 images that I would consider my professional standard, because I just do not publish shots that I would want my name on, because, you know, people will always do stuff you don't want with your images once you hand them over. Okay, the colours are a bit funky because I was really pushing it to their limits, but looking back at these with fresh eyes, because I was editing them so sleep deprived as well, they look better than a whole lot of martial arts images I see. Which, that sounds really shady, but like factually, most people taking photos at a martial arts competition are not a professional. And if people are a professional, they don't have access to all their lighting equipment because you don't control the environment and you'll distract the athletes. So just fundamentally, the images aren't up to my usual standard because my usual standard requires full studio lighting. I'm just a control freak like that. But there was one image that was so cool. And I'm just trying to find it because this guy had the most intense expression ever. And he was a senior as well. Like, I do have a license to share these because of how the competition permissions were set up. But this one guy... Oh, is that it? Let me see. Oh, this guy. This guy was great. Wait, let me... Was this the best one I got of him?
We interrupt your playlist for a very important announcement.
I exploded his.
He's doing a pattern called Jungun. It's like a pressing block where you're doing like that.
No, not that.
I'm gonna
Stop it.
post it up here purely so I can show it on my screen with my current configurations, but I'm not going to be using the image in the gallery.
Are you ready?
But let me just get it for you.
Gen V.
Full size? No, web view size.
Prime Video.
Get it, got it, good.
Okay, let me show you this photo. Oh my god. Okay, I need the link, File URL. Copy. Paste. This picture was like my favorite picture of the day. The guy's eyes, the way I got him so focused. Oh, what club is that? Revolution? Maybe he knows Tian. I don't know. I know a few people from Revolution, but dude, I don't know your name. But that's a cool shot, and if you want it, let me know, because I will literally like give you the shot for the best price. I do have to share profits with the ITC because that was the agreement for being able to shoot in the competition. It was like a 50-50 split, which is a better ratio than some event photographers. The only reason I did it on that basis was because I would never go to an event without just charging a fee, like getting paid in advance. I don't do this commission nonsense because I'm still doing my time and I know that I'm going to produce like usable assets that can be used in perpetuity. But I was already going to be there. I was already competing. Most competitions are sitting around waiting all day for your turn anyway. So I thought if I make enough money off of this that it's worth doing regularly, then I'll do it, and it's like a tester. The test failed. It was not worth it. It was way too much stress. And I just was multitasking too many things because they also want umpire help, which I don't think I umpired that day because I was doing this, but everyone was asking, and it's like too many responsibilities, and I'm there to fight and win, and I did not get any. That was the only competition as an adult where I haven't won a medal, and I was devastated. I literally went into existential crisis for ages. But this shot, I like it, and this is like the one thing that made that day worth it for me right now. So my guy, let me find you. But yeah, moving on from that, because, oh yeah, they're doing a Popeyes near me. Don't do that. Ugh, now I'm gonna have to go and edit this later. I'm gonna blur it out. Okay. But, Where am I? Stop clicking random tabs. I remember what tab I was on. There we go. But yeah, we're not using that image. That's the product listing. We're not using that image. So delete permanently because this is not going. Well, no, wait. I'll use it on my website on my martial arts page because I'm allowed to. But this is not for this product. So let me find an image that's actually on my Adobe stock profile because otherwise it's a bit redundant. Yeah. Okay, so not that one, that one, that one. Photos, edits, what's this one? Okay, yeah, I like these. Although I don't want to make this a featured image. What do I want? Sorry, don't mind me, just thinking brain. Okay, these are some good ones. The blood shoot ones. And also they look kind of like a K-pop star sometimes, which is quite funny. Oh, what was that one that I really liked? Psychotic murder killer. Oh, go on, Lex. Oh, I have such a good one. Where was it? That was it. This one's great. So that was product image? They're not... Oh, do I have to remove it? Alright, remove it. I swear I used to be able to just edit these things. Set product image, media library. Oh, it didn't do it. You know what? I just realized I'm being an idiot because I have all these images that I've already set up before and they all have the alt text already set up. So why would I just not do that? Let's see. There you go, I've got a bloody one of black. So that's the product image. And then also we want to add some different ones for variety. I like that one. No, I like that one. That one's cute. Add another one. So that's a really good shot of James. And can't leave out Salem because Salem's like one of my best models ever. And that's not me being biased or me being like a good friend. I mean, statistically, I've sold the most images of them on Adobe stock. Let's see. I do like that water. The water is good. Yes, I'm British. The water. And then I've sold quite a few of these shoes that are my friend Verity's bouldering shoes. And what other themes have I missed? Not really had a landscapey one yet. No, the water was a landscapey one. Animal one? No, I love that. That's so cute. This tiny tree, man. Okay, right. So I've done that. I've done all the metadata. I've done that. So we're going to publish this. And I'm going to show you in full size the tiny tree because the tiny tree slaps. So now we've got the linked thing. And this displays through my single product template. So you can see the main image and see that. Ooh, don't know how I feel about that bar there. Let's see, when I have my form. Hello? Are all my lights dying at once? Ah! I think this is my sign. I need to wrap up soon. This is why battery power sucks. Let me see. Well, first let's go through the actual product information. So, I've got the key image, and then it loads there. This loads a bit slower because I'm in the back end, but you can see the general gist of it. This is also why you can see this edit bar up here. It's all my different images that are examples. And it's a sticky widget, which means it follows with you. These are all my upselling ones that I linked. And look at the tiny... I love that. Like, that was such in focus. That's like my most macro shot ever that I actually like. That was a really good image. It's gonna have to be some sort of environmental thing. Or like maybe I'll find a way to use it at my other job, which has heavy environmental influences. But I love this picture. And I can't believe both my tiny kilo. You saw me turn on both of them. They both died at the same time. But right. So, don't love this template, which I only added this because if you go onto my custom content calendar, then you'll see how it presents here. You just select options. You'll see it contains the form. But it shouldn't have that full width. So if I go back to the other products. I feel like some people would be embarrassed to display their learning process like this, but in the digital world, nothing is certain and you can't know everything all the time, so I have no shame. We're learning together. I know the context of the situation and let's fix the problem. So the single product template. So I put the border and the background with a different background color around the button because with that extension I used to get the form on the custom content calendar, the way it blends with the Elementor Pro page builder template, you can't change the font color because it treats the whole form like just a button. And obviously there's no normal text in the button, there's just the button text. So you can't change it from your default, which is set up in a certain way because of Elementor Pro. So I changed the background to give it more contrast. But this button is too wide. No. I didn't change any of it. Border type to alignment? No, that's worse. Looks worse. No, because then the question becomes, why didn't you just lower the width of the whole button? No. I think I prefer that. Although I'm sure someone is sort of screaming at that notion. I mean, tell me your opinion in the comments, because ideally I would just have this thing shrink down this way, but it looks like that's not really an option, because I need that to be the width for the form. Space it, no. Radius, no. Margin, padding, no. Let me change that to EM. Change nothing. Honestly, you know what? Maybe this has to be another day question. Maybe it is. Well, I didn't change anything, so I'm actually just gonna close that. So leave that. But we're gonna go onto my website from a customer perspective on my other window. So we're gonna go www. Which you don't actually need to type in, but I like doing it. digital.com. This is my new revamped homepage, which I have edited this a little bit to point more towards my online store. And here's an example of my YouTube content, which I may swap out at regular intervals, but it's just highlighting a particularly good one. In the shop, going to all products. Now if I arrange by price, where does this Adobe stock land? No, I knew it wasn't the cheapest one, but it's on the cheapest row, so go on there. And then if we go buy on Adobe stock, it takes it, yeah, it takes us to that. Although I wish it opened in a new tab. Is there a way to edit it to open in a new tab? Let's see. Go to my products. Oh my God. I'm so glad that my computer screen is sharing enough light, but this is like a not flattering flat light. I don't like this. Not flattering flat light, whatever. There's no contrast, there's no depth going on. We're going on my products. There. All products. Barely had any of my snacks, but it's because I'm not stopped talking. It doesn't seem like there's an option to ask it to open it in a new tab. Oh well. What time are we at now? We're coming up on just under an hour. I kind of want to break the hour mark because I feel like when a live stream's less than an hour, it's not very impressive, engaging. I don't know. I don't want to just sit here running out the clock on purpose, but it's only like 4 or 5 minutes away. Could do a Q&A, could not do a Q&A. No, let's not be silly. Honestly, I feel like this has been a nice round time sitting down. Talked about what I've been up to recently, talked about how to use Woocommerce a little bit to list a product, so it's an affiliate product. I just feel like I've had a really nice time, and I want to... It's gonna feel so much easier when I don't have to set up my lighting in such a complicated way every single time. Oh my god, what if I have like those sconces and have it to point the light at my face in that direction? No, never mind, don't be stupid. I feel like I still haven't perfected the live stream setup, but I feel like it's one of those things you can never perfect something. But when I can just sit down at my computer and go, oh, I'm gonna go live now, and then I don't have to do a bunch of setup, I feel like it's gonna be so much easier to stream all the time. I'm getting there. I don't have to lean down here to get to my interface. My microphone's always set up and waiting for me. As of next week, I'll have lighting just ready to go, and I'll only need to turn on like my tube light over there and a projector. We're getting there. We're getting there. I feel quite happy about it. One thing that I am going to say is I had 2 weeks where I just make content because I was completely off from my part-time job. I didn't have any competitions. All my other responsibilities were quite comfortably on pause while I had those 2, almost 3 weeks off. I think it was like 18 consecutive days off, and it was amazing. And I was just in that phase of make and post. Don't get perfectionist paralysis, and I'm always trying not to do that. Don't get like stuck in that. But as a professional who works in marketing and has like almost 11 years in marketing now, obviously not all professional, but you know, experience is experience. Before you get the job, you have to know what you're doing. But I know that you must schedule content if you're going to maintain an upload schedule. So probably not this week because I have taekwondo class tomorrow, but in the next week or so, I'm planning on just doing a big batch of recording videos, like recording shorts, recording full-length videos, and I'm going to record them all in like one day, and then I can just edit them each week, and then I'll have a maintained upload schedule, which I don't feel like that's going to overwhelm me in any way, because I feel like if I don't shoot for long enough, then I get into this thing where it's all built up, and it's just not normal to get so stressed about if you've recorded and uploaded so much, which everyone talks about that. Ooh, it's not even YouTuber burnout. I'm not even finishing my thoughts, sorry. Can you tell I have undiagnosed ADHD? But everyone's always telling me, don't overwork yourself, don't get burned out, remember to rest. But if I rested every single time someone told me to rest, I would never do anything. And I feel more satisfied pushing myself a little bit to actually achieve the thing I want to do in my life, and I want to spend my time doing these things, and I want to actually complete things. That is more fulfilling to me than resting, just thinking about what I want to be doing and actually not progressing in my goals, and then I haven't done anything at the end of the day. Like today, I rested. I had almost 2-3 weeks of non-stop, just was always doing something, always going somewhere. And then I was just sat on the couch after I ate breakfast and thought, I can't complete higher planes of thinking right now. I couldn't be comprehensive. I would get up to do something and I couldn't even do it. I wanted to go to the bathroom, couldn't go to the bathroom because I was just like, ugh. Couldn't even think to get a drink because I was just like, I'm on the couch now. And then I've been watching a lot of more YouTube recently of this guy called Caleb Hammer, who's financial content, and I find him really interesting. I really like financial content. A lot of it is just making yourself feel better, but saying that implies that I have bad finances. I'm actually very meticulous about my finances. I don't have a lot of money, but the money I have is managed. And I do savings and investments, and I managed to get myself a couple nice things a couple times a month, and I'm fine on that front. But I enjoy watching the train wrecks because it motivates me. Although I do feel like this month was a bit of a money is burning mindset because of some drama with deposits and flatmates and whatever. I've swapped flatmates now, but I won't go into detail about that because it's still ongoing. But all that kind of stuff, I just zoned out. I could not comprehend anything around me, so I just accepted that, watched some YouTube, watched some Clarkson's Farm. I rewatched the entire second season of Clarkson's Farm. And then I had a few coffees, a few snacks. I'm still doing that now. I had a bath. I had a bath like 2 days ago, but I had another bath because baths are relaxing. And I have a pop-up bath, so I don't put my bath away for, like, every time I do it, because it's like great, but you have to construct it and then draining it is awkward. So when I get my bath out, I have like 2 or 3 baths a few times in a row when I wash, and then I'll put the bath away and then I go back to showering, and that's like my system. But I had a bath, I relaxed, I dried off, I straightened my hair, I put my cozy hoodie on, and then I tried not to overthink it, and then I started live streaming, and then here we are, and I feel great about it. And I didn't achieve everything I wanted to do today, but I have achieved something by live streaming today, and I feel really good about it. And honestly, they call it vlogging because it's like video logging. I'm just like processing the thoughts that I've gone through the past few days, and I feel so good about it. But that is essentially where I've been at, and I want to be able to just live stream at least once a week and be chill about it. Almost at the stage of I can get my home gym and start live streaming my workouts, and my martial arts relevant stuff will be on the relevant channel, which will be Deborah's Dough Official. Subscribe there if you want, because you'll preempt me. And then I'll just be able to pump out content, and that'll be my life, and that'll be great. I feel like I had a higher thought when I went into the start of that monologue, but you know, whatever. Oh my god, cheekbones. But yeah, I have a good time today, and I like this song, and I'm having fun. But I think I'm gonna go for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you did watch, I hope you've learned a little bit about using WordPress for Woocommerce and enjoyed my life story along the way. Have a nice